Marion, tribute speech. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. My fellow Americans, although you may not be aware of it, but this iconic, famous, and extremely parodied line of American history was never supposed to be spoken. That's right, Ronald Reagan himself, affectionately known as the Gipper, put that in there. As the 40th President of these United States of America, Ronald Reagan was a true leader, almost a prototype from which we should all base ourselves. Because of his character, initiative, and perseverance, Ronald Reagan should be forever remembered as one of the greatest leaders in American history. Ronald Reagan, first off, was a great leader because of his character and strong will. His nickname became known as the Great Communicator because of his listening and communication skills with foreign diplomats and our own congressmen. He almost single-handedly restored the public's confidence in the office of the presidency, which had been previously tarnished by the Watergate scandal and the terms of Jimmy Carter. Even during an assassination attempt on his life, he was able to make sure that everyone remained calm and made sure that he would be okay. When he was on the gurney, he started spitting out one-liners left and right to make sure that the mood would stay light. Quoting Churchill, he said, "There was nothing so exhilarating as to be shot at, but with no effect." To his wife, he said, "I'm sorry, honey, I forgot to duck." To the surgeons, he said, "I just hope you're all Republicans." To which the head surgeon replied, "Today, Mr. President, we are all Republicans." He was also able to be a great leader because of his initiative and work ethic. He would never let up. Once a task needed to be pursued, he would constantly pursue it. He once said that a leader, once convinced that a particular course of action is needed and is the right one, a leader must be undaunted in performing that task. This is perfectly true when he bolstered the economy and lowered unemployment. Almost 20 million jobs were created during his 2 terms. He ended the tyranny of the United Soviet Socialist Republic and almost ended communism in Eastern Europe completely. Ronald Reagan would always keep the best interest of humanity before his own and would make sure that his country would get through everything that it was faced with. Lastly, Ronald Reagan was a great leader because of his perseverance and determination. He would never quit. This is especially true during the 1976 presidential election. Even though he lost that year, he would return in 1980 and would win decisively. In 1984, he won in an even greater landslide. His perseverance is perfectly shown during the formation of Star Wars to combat the growing threat of communism. That evil empire would soon crumble under this formation. I'm not talking about the movie, rather the creation of the Strategic Defense Initiative. Codenamed Star Wars to combat the evil empire of the Soviets, this would constantly keep all countries under the yoke of communism at bay. In conclusion, because of his character, initiative, and perseverance, Ronald Reagan will be forever remembered as possibly the greatest leader in Americans' history during the 20th century. So the next time that you want to change the world, change something that you don't believe is right, or you just want to be a leader instead of a follower, follow in the Gipper's footsteps.